Hey, kia ora whānau. Guess what I'm hearing? Kua tangi te pere o ngā manu. E tangi ana ngā manu. I can hear the birds. It's a bit of a tohu for here. They've been away for the last couple of days, so I think we might be getting through the storm up here in Northland. Anyway, I'm mucking around with our worm farm. We've had some worms turn up. I actually ordered them a couple of weeks back. Tiger worms and some materials. The brown, effectively it's brown, green, brown. Is that kind of ratio in regards to your worm farm. And so I'm just starting to layer it. You see, here's the material I had the other week. Just breaking down, but I now need worms, more worms in it that actually do and break and chew up and poop out in the slime that becomes the juice. So what I'm doing is I'm just putting a layer of brown at the bottom and I'll re-layer this back on top and put some more greens in that I've got lying around and the Māra. And then I'll introduce the worms on top. The worms just from the top part of the soil, or in this case the compost, and they'll dig down, break it all down. Whereas earthworms, they are in the earth and they come up. So what they're trying to do is get all the nutrients from what the tiger worms do, and they'll take it and break it down even further into the plants. Yeah, that's pretty cool, really. What they call this, permaculture. Alright, just trying to find ways of putting the Māori back into the soil, the good stuff. Hey, welcome back. So here's my greens. So I put that in, base on the bottom, what was already in there, and I put greens on top. And so effectively it's like a lasagna, brown, green, brown, and I've got a mixture of, I'm going to trim this tree and some other trees around, so cut up branches, cut up green waste. It allows the air to aerate through it, and I'm going to now put the brown back on top, and then I'll put newspaper on top of that plus my carpet. And really the carpet is just to keep the animals out, like rats and mice, but also to keep it moist. And then as I say, once I put this on, I'll probably just put a bit of water on, just give it moisture in there. And according to gurus around this, you're trying to keep the temperature inside of here around about 37 degrees, and hence why you put water in and just monitor it. I've got these individual lids, so I can lift the lid off just to leave a bit of the heat out. Also I've got a bit of shade here in the morning. But yeah, that's the progress so far. Think of a lasagna, brown, green, brown, and just layer it. Worms, I think I've got 1 kilogram or half a kilogram of tiger worms. They will double every 40 days. So pretty much a month and a half. They'll just get bigger and bigger, and I'm just going to feed it. We're just going to feed them all this stuff, and which will come out of there, come over from over there, come over from over there, and yeah, I might even have to talk to the local shops, see if they want to get rid of some of their vegetable waste and or ground coffee waste. and it goes to a good cause in creating good nutrients for the soil, which is part of the Hua Parakore kaupapa in regards to the mauri, putting the mauri back into Tautu. Alright then, take on that, keep safe. Well, here we go, whānau. So I've put my coconut husk on top. This came in a kilogram block. I put it inside the wheelbarrow and then filled it up with water and broke that down so it's like this. Remembering your compost ratio wants to be brown, green, brown. Brown can be cardboard, it can be dried leaves, it can be lawn clippings dried out. If it's not dried out, then obviously it's greens. And now I'm going to put my worms in, and I source my worms from Worms Are Us. These are my tiger worms. I've got half a kilogram here. They sell them also in a kilogram lots. I'm not sponsored by these guys, but if these guys want to sponsor us, then that's pretty cool too. But I'm not sponsored by these fellas. I have found them good. They were easy to talk to online when I wanted to find out where my order was. They tracked it, and it came in this nice little box alongside with this here. And they got other products if you want to regards to worms and so forth and other products, but here's what it looks like. And so what we'll do is, now tiger worms I believe are smaller than earthworms, so let's just pull this out and excuse me. There you go, whānau. Here's me worms. Pull down the bed. Tiger worms. Interesting, eh? I've pulled them out and they've already dug back down into the soil. Look at that. The juice that we get from it is actually the slime that's around their bodies, and it's the soil or their poop that they poop out that we get back and put in the soil. When you watch, they'll start hiding, they'll just go down into the soil just to hide. They like being exposed. Yeah, so they actually don't limmy, it's the slime around them. Kind of like the slime that you find on tuna. If you go eeling and you've ever experienced cleaning eels, they've got that slime on the outside. Well, that's what worms produce, and eventually as the, I don't know, you call this a hive, you call this a cluster of worms get bigger and bigger, the more juices they produce, and that's what you're wanting to use as fertilizer. Yeah, it's pretty cool really, first time I've done this. So, whole new learnings, one of the cool things about being in the garden, you learn new things. And this is all about putting the mauri back into the soil of my Māra. It's over there, and yeah, see that? See, I turn them over, they've all tugging back in and hiding. Interesting, eh? All the good things are hidden. Gotta go find it. In the case of these fellas, they're creating the nutrients, that kind of biodiversity, microorganisms that they do, and it all feeds the soil. Awesome. Oh well, I will keep track of this and show you what it looks like later on. Okay, hei kona. So now, now I'm putting them away, and I'll just show you what I've done. So under here, see the worms are down there, and I am just putting some carb paper on that's damp because I like moisture, and carpet, and I don't want to get too hot. Remember, I want to get it to, I want to keep it around 37 degrees. And I actually took some of the rainwater that came through and just put a bit of wood around it and put this one back on top. And now just let them do their thing. Now I'm not going to look at this for a week, and I'll actually look at it next Monday in the morning. Check it, see how they're going. If I need to, I'll add some more greens onto it, but that's pretty much it. But now I've got my worm farm kicking it. So they should eventually go through and eat all that green that was in there and turn it into nice brown soil. Okay, that's my worm farm. We'll keep you updated as we go along. Hei kona.